seems like it's our typical kind of game here. It's sort of a grinded-out kind of process. Getting solid pitching and pretty steady defense, which always sort of gives you a chance to win. You can keep doing that, and that's the key. Thought we were going to we had several opportunities to score a few more runs, just couldn't quite capitalize on some of the things we needed to do. But pitching did a great job. Our defense was solid, and it's one of our typical kind of wins in this tournament, I think. So hopefully we can reproduce it again and again.
Coach, Jasper had some tough outings in March and April, and he's had 3 real strong outings for you in a row. Is he finally healthy, finally recovering?
Yeah, he had Tommy John and didn't pitch at all last year, so basically almost went a year and a half without pitching, and it's a slow process when you come back. I think a lot of it, and Jasper and I talked about it, is the unknown and the caution, I think, sometimes when you're pitching. So I think that once he got over that and felt the arm was good and he was ready to roll, that he could start to get back to where he was. I mean, literally, he would, had he not had that, he'd have been our number 1 guy this year. But it's great to have my number 3 guy as my possible number 1 guy. So, it's a wonderful thing. So I'm happy he's back to health, and he threw very well today, and he threw very well the last 2 outings.
Jasper, how do you feel?
I'm feeling great. I think, like Coach said, it was mainly kind of a mental hurdle to get over, and once I started just going out and throwing the ball, and I got over that, the results have been much better. So yeah, I'm feeling great. I'm happy about it, and that's about it.
George, with a tight game like that too, and Jasper on the mound, how close were you watching him? How tight of a leash did you have on him before he would make a move today?
Well, I was sort of hoping that we could get it through the 7th inning, and because Jimmy Wagner has been extremely effective for us in the end, and Jimmy has a very resilient arm, as you can tell on that very narrow body. Somehow it doesn't get sore. But on the other hand, I was hoping Jasper would settle in and settle us into the 7th, and then when he came off after the 7th, he said it was tightening up, which helped obviously make the decision to make the move. So, that was, we'd like to try to get to Jimmy. We've got some younger pitchers that if we have to go early, it's going to be very questionable. And if we can get our starters to give us at least 7, I think Jimmy can go out and give us 2, which he's done the last several nights. So that was the plan.
Coach, how important was it to get those 2 runs right after that?
I think it was obviously anytime you can get ahead, and the way we did it, I think, is very a positive effect on the entire ball club. The only thing I worry about with some of that is that we get too pumped up and settle in and don't do the job that we're supposed to as we go along. Got laughing at Colby because he was screaming at second base every hit that double, and I'm happy about that. But we still got a lot of game to go, and but I think certainly it takes the edge off a little bit. It helps you relax a little bit, and then of course Jasper went out and shut down the next inning, which is the key to that. Get a couple runs, and you need to go out and shut the next inning down, and he did that. So it was a nice combination of being able to do those things.
Colby, that's why I wanted to ask you about your reaction to getting that double and driving in the run the first inning.
I was pretty amped. It's always nice to start the game with some runs. Makes Jasper more comfortable, makes the whole team more comfortable. And, Kean beat us back in California. I really wanted to beat him today. And I hit that double, Tilo scored, and I was just the happiest kid on the team, I think.
Tim, what kind of read did you get on the pitcher that threw over so many times when he stole his next 2 bases and pretty much standing up?
Right away, I didn't think I was going to be able to get a good jump, and then because he threw over so much, I was able to time him up, and they really didn't have a chance to throw me out. And Coach did a good job at second base. We do the all right sort of thing, and he did a great job and helped me steal third there.
Both of them seemed like slow breaking pitches. Was he tipping his pitches too, or did you just haven't timed that well?
No, I just know like Tim Henry and Colby G, they're going to get breaking balls and hitters count, so I was trying to time that up and go off that based off them, and he was able to drive me into the first inning. That was great.
Jasper, what were you trying to attack against their lineup today? Just from the other games, you may have seen them. What do you want to do?
Well, I think everything stems off your fastball. So if you can locate your fastball, then it makes all your other pitches more effective. So once I saw I was locating my fastball all right, then the changeup was pretty good today. Struggled a little bit with the feel on the curveball, but mainly I just went after him with my fastball. And once I found the groove there, the results followed. So.
Coach, you have
probably a big game tomorrow, and then possibly 2 more the next day. How's your pitching staff holding up?
Well, I'd like to have another starter, but I think we're going to rest Pat Lemo and get him a good night's sleep and get him a great rub tomorrow and maybe run him out there again. I know he wants to go out there. He pitched in the regionals on 2 days rest and did a great job. I'm not afraid to send him out there on 2 days rest, and I'm not afraid to send John Prendergast back out on 2 days rest. I think they want the ball. They'll want to do it. They've conditioned and trained well, and I don't ask them to do it during the season at all. So this is sort of an unusual kind of thing. So it's not like we've abused them in any way. So, and I know Pat, he was on the chart today, so that sort of means that you're pitching the next game. But I told him possibly not. But on the other hand, I'm pretty certain that probably he'll go.
George, each game now gets a little more important, a little tighter. How do you tell guys to relax, especially guys who want to go out and, as I heard, get amped up? How do you say, okay, guys, this is how we have to relax and do our job?
We talk a lot about focusing on actually the event, the pitch, whatever it is you're going on. So if you can keep your focus, directly in the game or in that particular play or whatever it is that you're doing, it takes the bigness of it out of the equation quite a bit. And what happens sometimes, you can get thinking about, boy, win this game or not. It's not about that. It's about making every play and on every pitch. And if you can stay central on that, and I have to do it myself. Don't get me wrong. I'd much rather be out there than where I'm at. But anyway, as a tool for that. But anyway, it's a focus that we try to say, okay, come on, keep your composure. We got to keep your composure. That's the key. And we always talk to the guys about you have to play comfortable
and uncomfortable
when you're
situations.
uncomfortable. So and we honestly, we have been through quite a few of this, right, guys, and we've had a lot of one-run close games this year. Weathered the storm obviously in most of them. Got beat late. Kean beat us late in California in the 9th inning. Laverne beat us late. And we've had a couple comebacks, so we've sort of been in this quite a bit. So but you're right. The stakes are a little higher, but it's still a baseball game. It's just basically another baseball game, and that's hopefully what we can do to keep focused.